BSG has just unabashedly region locked everyone. What do I mean? I'll show you. Newsy news. Good morning, everyone. My name is Onepeg, and in this video, we're going to discuss the region lock that BSG decided to impose on the entire player base with the patch that they put out this morning. For those of you wanting to come and hang out, as soon as this video is live, I will be live, so please do so. Yesterday, BSG stated that they were taking the game servers down for maintenance, and it was going to take approximately 4 hours, but as of the recording of this video, the servers are still down. However, this morning, they did clue us into what it was for. In this update, we have migrated data centers to virtual regions. Players can no longer choose a specific data center or server in the launcher. Instead, they can choose a region that corresponds to their geographical location. What this boils down to is instead of being able to choose a specific server, like Montreal, Canada, for instance, instead you have to choose a North America region. The same would be true for SEA, Oceania, Europe, etc. My personal initial reaction to this would be that it was a good thing. This would prevent people from being able to farm specific servers in hopes that they would be able to find a dead one so that they could farm items and other materials, and forces people to have to deal with all of the effects of what Tarkov is supposed to be. And I understand the idea behind dead game, quote unquote. Just spare me that for 1 second. Let me get into the rest of this. For those of you wanting to see what this looks like, it looks like this. So instead of it being just North America or Eastern North America or whatever, it's broken up into smaller subsections. So in this case, Northeast, Central, Southeast, South, and West. Europe West, Europe North, Europe Central, Europe East, Europe South. Where it starts to get really muddy is down in here. Asia and Oceania, Africa, and South America only have one single large lumped up region. Now, this is problematic for a few different reasons. If you're in America, whatever, you got 25, 30, 50, whatever servers to be able to play on, depending on however many servers are located in these clusters. And the pings associated with it are just fine if you live in a place like New York, like I do. It begins to become truly problematic, though, if you live in places like Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, or anywhere in South America for that matter, because they only have a few different server clusters to be able to play on. 2, 3 in some cases, in a lot of cases only 1. I saw a tweet this morning where someone noted that they had no servers within their ping limitation now because of the region lock that was now being placed. And players like Pestily, located in Australia, for example, who at one time had been able to play on a US West Coast server because of a ping limitation increase that BSG had allowed, can no longer do that because of the US West servers being all lumped together. So because of BSG taking away that nuance from us, it has disabled the ability for some people to be able to play on as many servers as they once had, or in some very, few cases, the ability to play on any servers at all. Now, of course, people in the comments could just be like, well, just move, Fivehead, whatever. When it comes to FPS games, BSG seemed to be the only ones around that were allowing people to choose like specific servers. Games like Call of Duty, for example, the party leader would just get a server based on whatever their ping was, and you would just play on that. And in other games like Counter-Strike, for example, you get punished for playing with a higher ping instead of rewarded, which BSG seems to do. So this should curb some of that kind of stuff that we're seeing, although I'm sure that there will be people using third-party VPNs with stop points at the VPN to allow them to be able to play on these servers still. I wouldn't really expect any of that to change. But hey, we'll have to see what BSG does with this. Maybe this is just what we're stuck with. Overall, I find this to be a good thing. I think that they're trying to move in a positive direction with dissuading people from playing outside of their own region, because this does contribute to the lagginess and desync and all this other stuff that we see on servers. Nikita was quoted with saying that himself. Time will tell, right, boys? Anyway, guys, that's what I have for this one. Thank you so much for coming and checking it out. If you would be so kind as to follow me on my socials at OnePegMG on Twitter, at OnePeg on TikTok, where I stream simultaneously every single day, at twitch.tv/OnePeg. And as always, if you would be kind enough to sub the channel here, I would very much appreciate it. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.